Maybe the words Aztec, Atlantis, and Babylon ring a bell? Lost cities and civilizations continue to seep into our conversations now and then. But have you heard of the Olmecs? The Olmec mystery has been explored by many. While the Mayans have gotten enough attention, maybe it's time we change the spotlight. The puzzling Olmec culture. The Olmec issue is arguably the oldest and biggest question surrounding early Mexico and North America in general. Academic archaeologists now frequently refer to Olmecs as Proto-Mayans or Olmens, which means citizens of Olmen, or the Olmec land, as it is currently known. The question, who are these weirdos, jumps emphatically to the forebrain when one sees the cryptic cave drawings, the enormous, expertly carved heads, the distinctive frown, and the ferocious militaristic appearance of the Olmecs. Graham Hancock explains how of all the advanced civilizations in prehistoric Mexico, the Olmecs are the oldest and the most mysterious. Their megalithic civilization was centered on Coatzacoalcos, also known as the Serpent Sanctuary on the Gulf of Mexico. The mystery surrounding the Olmecs grows more complex as we learn more about them. We even discover that the Olmecs appear to consist of almost all known racial groups. How is that even possible? We modern observers find the way this mysterious civilization portrayed itself to be fascinating. Numerous articles also feature people with Oriental or European traits in addition to those with Negroid features. Because of this, it's highly intriguing to pay special attention to how the figures are depicted, including how they are dressed, what kind of headgear they wore, how their eyes, noses, ears, and lips were shaped, and how they held their heads, and how they were acting. All of this is exquisite art at its best. What does it all mean? The expressions and symbols in the objects they hold or are connected to appear to show a high level of sophistication and shared iconography. Who are these individuals? Were they foreigners from another country or solitary villagers? Their craft shows they were highly intellectual. In addition to being credited with creating the wheel, the game of baseball, and hieroglyphic writing, it is now known that the Olmecs ruled over the majority of southern Mexico from shore to shore. The Isthmus of Tehuantepec would have been the center of the globe if there had been significant transoceanic trade between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Therefore, from a diffusionist perspective, the land of Olmen may have been the center of the world. The Olmecs might have been a cosmopolitical hub where various cultures interacted if such trade and ship mobility had been possible. Of course, if you googled pictures about the Olmecs, you'd find these strange helmets that their figurines wore. Mysteriously, not a single authentic artifact from the Old World has ever been discovered in an Olmec archaeological site or any place else in Mesoamerica. So, where did they originate from? The popular theories are as follows. They were Native Americans who shared the same Siberian ancestry as the majority of other Native Americans, and they just so happened to emphasize the latent Negroid genetic material in their genomes. Or that they were outsiders who arrived in the Olman region by boat. Either they were sailors or passengers on long-distance excursions that took place hundreds of years ago. The land of Olman is supposed to have been inhabited by the Olmecs. The Aztecs used this term to designate the jungle regions along the neighboring coast. The Olmecs were a pre-Columbian people who lived in the tropical lowlands of south-central Mexico, roughly in what are now the states of Veracruz and Tabasco on the Isthmus of Tehuantepec. This is the standard definition of the Olmecs. However, their immediate cultural impact extended far beyond, as seen by the fact that their artwork can be found in places like El Salvador and Costa Rica. It is also known that the Olmecs inhabited, or at least had influence over, a sizable portion of lower Central America, extending from Guatemala and El Salvador through Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and likely beyond. An Olmec hunchback statue with an extended cranium and Olmec eyes of the Oriental variety is one of the most well-known statues in the National Museum of San Jose, Costa Rica. The mysterious, perfectly shaped granite balls that defy explanation are also found in Costa Rica. Were they created by the Olmecs in a manner akin to that of the enormous heads? Conclusion. The discovery of the Olmecs appeared to call into question a lot of long-held beliefs about the prehistory of the Americas. And we can't help but wonder how much history is missing from our textbooks. That's a wrap, folks. If you know intriguing details about the Olmecs, comment below. And if you liked this video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.